Good night, Sports Friends, the family. Once again with another live show. I'm your host, Levan, and with me tonight I have Shakes, the man who has been missing for how long now? Boy, how long it has been, I don't even remember. But Shakes is here with us tonight, and once again, we have Ryan in the building. Good night, gentlemen. How you doing? How has your hiatus been, Shakes?
Um, Tiresome. I had a lot of work to do, so that's why I was missing in action.
Well,
But
I
I
can
have
tell you this much
returned.
that a lot of people actually miss him, man. Especially Sharon Bunny, because every night that man commanded where shakes. And probably
Big up Sherwin.
one of your biggest fan is banned by Facebook right now. So she's not on the live tonight, but
Uh-oh.
I'm not
Big up
sure if
Crystal
she'll tune
anywhere
in.
she is.
Yeah, man, Facebook ban her, so probably she's not around. But I know that they're happy to see you again, man, because when you're around here now, man, sometimes facts and sometimes you speak some nonsensical things. We could just cut to the chase. Sometimes I chat foolishness. But either way, we're happy to have you here once again, man. And Ryan, you're here once again, boss. What are things on your side?
Well, I have many sides as it is right now in terms of where where I am doing the podcast from.
All right, so
Right
just
now,
go on.
you want to know me then now? Me then Mobi.
Yeah, this man had toured the whole entire country. Jamaica on a space where you probably don't know right by now in a boss.
None.
But guys, we're here to discuss some football action and some cricket, some tracks, and whatever topic that pops up. And first and foremost, I'm going to start it off with a topic that we have discussed here and that we had wished that an amicable agreement would have been reached. And it seems like there has been one in the between the standoff of the JFF and the players. They said that the coach, Theodore, came in and he actually helped out somewhat. So it seems like a common ground has been reached. I'm sure you guys are happy about that.
Very.
Yeah, because we discussed it on here for quite a while. And yes, a few players came in and all of that, but we have always said that once you have a core set of players, you need to keep that core together, and whatever quality that you can add to that, then yes, you can add it to that. You don't want when the qualifiers are coming up and things like that, you have to be going around chop and changing and all of that. So want to see a continuity of player and management relationship going forward. So it's happy that they came to agreement, and let's just see how they move from this and go forward. Now we're going to touch on the UEFA Champions League. And before I move on, Chris Lynch has now joined us. Good night, boss.
Good night, team. Good night.
Big
Good
up.
thing.
All right, so we saw an entertaining yet interesting week of Champions League action. We got some right, and Sherwin was on fire yesterday. He actually got both results correct. Well, not really said the result, but he got
The day
overall
result.
place correct.
The
Yeah, man,
on the
because
day
it
result correct or the ending result correct?
no man. In terms of overall for PSG, because he expected that PSG would have won the tie and
Mm-hmm.
they would have won the match yesterday, but it wasn't to be because Bayern won, but PSG advanced. He said that PSG would have advanced. He called it that
Okay.
Porto would have shocked Chelsea with a 1-0 victory. And we have to give him props for that because Sherwin is a man in a where that man makes prediction every show, and it's the first he's actually getting two correct days. So 2 out of 100.
You remember last
Congrats,
year?
boss.
You remember last year when San Marino scored them first goal in international football
Yeah,
and
man.
everybody clap and applaud and
All right, so you're saying that the whole entire panel should give Sherwin a clap. All right, boss.
yeah, he's our San Marino.
But it is good that he actually got two correct. First up though, Bayern against PSG. Well, I said that Bayern would have overturned this with if they had gotten back Goretzka and all those players, but Goretzka, Lewandowski, and Schuler didn't return, and they had to start with promoting up top again. And it was surprising that this match ended 1-0 in Bayern favor, because it's still beyond a lot of people as to how one Neymar Jr. didn't score. Shakes, your take on this fixture, because I know that you're a big Brazilian fan and you're a big fan of Neymar. So your take on this match
You know that I was a big fan of Neymar
until
up
2018.
until he began to roll around at the last World Cup, right? Yeah. Since that, I've basically taken a step back from supporting Neymar how I used to support him. Why? Because I don't know, Neymar, since he has left Barcelona when they won that Champions League, for me has been a disappointment. Especially because we saw him as the footballer that was supposed to take over from Ronaldo and Messi, as in the heir apparent, right? However, I don't even believe Neymar is the best player at PSG, right? But on the day, I will say that he played as the best PSG player on the day. And we all know that if Neymar plays football to his best ability, he's basically unstoppable. Because when they talk about dribbling, it's only probably Messi alone can dribble better than Neymar, right? And we know that he has the tricks and the flicks to go along with it.
True.
Um, on the day, yeah, Bayern Munich won. But it was just because Neymar just never finished his chances. Neuer was good also. On the day, making a few good saves. Um, overall though, when you add the first leg with the second leg, I think PSG slightly edged it, and that was solely because Bayern Munich they weren't at full strength. I know that if Lewandowski had been in those tie over both legs, he would have probably scored about 5 goals. I know that for sure, right? And it's just terrible. It's just terrible that we weren't able to see that spectacle, especially because even from the first leg, we basically saw a shootout, right? In that first leg. This game now, apart from Neymar's poor finishing, it was a very cagey game. Bayern didn't want to give too much away, especially because they scored that first goal. They didn't really want to get countered. So I think they were a little bit too conservative, especially in the second half. They should have really tried to attack some more. Leroy Sané for me has been a total disappointment. Um, but if Bayern can sell him, they should, right? Because he
That
was
one,
a complete.
but you know that won't happen though. But Shakes, one thing that you said that you have to look at deeply, right? When you look at that Bayern bench, you basically saw Javi Martinez, Bonasar, that a defender, Anga and Nianzo,
They
that's a
never had
defender,
anybody.
Alexander
You,
Nubel.
you realize you realize in the game,
Musiala was the only attack they could have called upon.
exactly. When you really think about it, they were depleted to the point where they had to basically play that 11 for basically the entire match. They had nobody. Yeah, you want to mention Musiala's name, but I mean the type of impact that you'd really want from a sub, he won't necessarily give you that at this age because he's still inexperienced, right?
Yeah.
And in this is a big match, right? It was a big match. And the sort of impact that you want from a player, they had nobody on the bench. For me, they had nobody on the bench. From you
Agreed
putting on
upon.
Javi Martinez, in the game, I don't know what Javi Martinez was gonna come on and do in the game, right? So they were
Yeah,
just
that's a
depleted.
defensive. That's a defensive change.
But Shakes,
Especially if you're going to put on Avi Martinez for your striker, that tells you that their bench is depleted.
Javi is a defensive change.
Yeah,
So you
and
put
if you
on Javi. Javi is like when Chelsea used to put on Mikel. You put him on if you're trying to
control the game.
conserve a lead or
Exactly.
conserve a result.
But I'm saying that Bayern, they were trying to score another goal. So
all
the
right,
fact that you
Shakes.
put
So
in
Exactly.
this
Javi
So
comment,
that's what I'm
Martinez,
saying. I'm agreeing with you.
yeah,
this
they
comment is
just
directed at
depleted.
you, Shakes. This is Sheldon Footy Campbell saying that Shakes, that's not true. We can only assume that Lewa would have scored. Game approach based on players on the opposition team. PSG would have played a different game tactically to try dealing with Lewa.
No.
I can
So
answer that. I can answer that question if you want me to. Number
First leg,
one.
I
Right.
disagree. First leg, I disagree.
Thank you. Because guess what? You see if Eric Maxim Choupo-Moting could have scored a goal, my God. Everybody knows Lewandowski's goal scoring record this season.
Okay, say
You
no
are
more.
telling me that Bayern had between 27 and 30
No,
shots in the
32
first leg.
chances, 32.
32 in the
And
previous one, man.
let us cut it in half and say they had 16. You're
Yeah.
telling me Lewandowski couldn't score 2 out of the 16?
But hold on, but I don't even have to say two, I can go one goal.
I'm just
Because when you
going
think
through. I'm
when
just
you
going
think
through
about
because
it, a
Choupo-Moting
3-3,
scored one.
first leg score, and Bayern winning the second leg 1-0 would have put them through. So there's no way a man going to get up and tell me that the best player in the world, because Lewandowski is the best player in the world.
No doubt.
The only
And
thing,
You
the
can't
only
tell me that the man not going to have an impact. No matter how, even if it's an assist, he will get an assist at least. Because
because
listen,
all right,
that's what big
shakes.
players
One
do.
thing, people fail to realize is that the disparity between Lewandowski and Choupo-Moting is so huge because you're talking about a man that turns half chances into goals.
Levan, no, he turns quarter
But the
chances
chances
into
into
goals.
goals.
Quarter. You see, the problem is, most people, they don't watch the Bundesliga, so they ain't seen him play, right? So they don't know what he's doing week in, week out, right? But you see, when Lewandowski went down, PSG would have been happy. Pochettino would have been literally
And then again,
singing in
Shakes
his
is not
bathroom.
it's not just Lewandowski alone. Gnabry, because remember that Gnabry has been one of their most influential players in us. So when
Yeah.
Pochettino saw that those two went down and then Goretzka went down in that first leg, come on, man.
So
It was all PSG to lose.
automatically Sane became the leader of the front line.
Exactly. And
And
as I mentioned,
And
I, I,
himself.
Sane has done nothing at Bayern since he has been there, right? So to expect him to step up and replace Gnabry or Lewandowski in terms of production ain't gonna happen, right?
all right,
So they were just depleted.
Shakes. You made a comment earlier, and that same depleted comment, right? And I'm going to jump right into that. We're going to discuss the other matches, but there's an ongoing power struggle at Bayern Munich between the
Yeah.
coach and the CEO, right? They're saying that the coach has no say when it comes down to player recruitment. Basically, that's it. He didn't want Thiago to leave, and he wanted Alaba to have a contract extension. However, Bayern CEO says no to that. And basically, when it comes down to the recruitment of players, he's saying that the players that they're actually letting go, that this is the coach now, he's saying that the players that they're letting go, they are not replacing them with quality players because, yes, they let go Thiago and they replace him with Mark Roca. Mark Roca is a upcoming player, yes. They signed him
Who's
for money.
the Bayern CEO again? The jail guy? The
No,
jailbird?
that's Uli Hoeneß. It's
Oh.
Karl Heinz Rummenigge. But it's not really the CEO that he has an issue with, It's actually
No, man,
the technical director,
yeah,
Salih Hamidic.
that's
Okay.
the person that he has an issue with.
Yeah.
So he's saying that all right, Mark Roca was signed as Thiago's replacement. Mark Roca was relegated with Espanyol last season, right? They let go of a couple other players, and he's saying that the quality that they actually signing to replace these players is a huge gap between them. And if you're going to have a team like that and you're not giving the coach who he wants, what expect to happen? They're saying that yes, the results are coming in, but behind that is a total different case. And
I'd like to add to that. I think it was earlier. If it wasn't this week, it should have been late last week. I was watching something on, I think it was Sportsmax, and they were mentioning some numbers, and the numbers stipulated that Bayern has fell off drastically in terms of chance creation. They are saying that Bayern is based on the fact that they were so far ahead last season, the falling off that they have this season still have them as a top team, but at the end of the day, they fall off drastically
Yeah,
in terms of
it's been a big
it's a
drop
big
off, and I was actually
and I didn't realize it until they pointed it out. So
yeah,
they're
but the
saying it's
coach,
basically Lewandowski carrying the team as
yeah,
opposed to Lewandowski and others contributing.
All right,
Because last
because all
season,
right,
I think
if you look at it,
Muller's number
Ryan,
was way better last season than this season. Even
but if
though
you look
Muller
at it,
has
though,
good
Ryan,
numbers this season, but still. Huh?
if you look at it, it has been, if it's not Lewandowski, it has been Goretzka who has been the one to get them out of trouble most time this season. It has been Goretzka and Kimmich who has to be creating the opportunities. Last season, you know that you had Thiago was creating opportunities, and you have more quality players within that lineup, and also the falling off by Alphonso Davies helped the case because Alphonso Davies helped them a lot last season, bombing down that
yep.
left hand side. This season, Alphonso Davies has been coming off the bench majority of the time because his form has dipped so drastically. So that
And
hasn't helped.
you know that they signed Hernandez to be a centre back, right?
Yeah, man.
And he's playing
So
left back a lot of times more than he should.
Listen, I was adding that Hansi Flick, when he gave his interview earlier this week, he said that the Bayern Munich team this year, the players are not as good as last year. He said that. And if you say that as a coach, remember that your players going to hear it, because if I'm hearing it, it means that your players are hearing it. But they know that they're not on the same level. Listen, last year when Bayern played a game, you know that they were going to win, right?
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
season, yeah, you know that they are likely to win. However, you know that they're not as dominant as last season. So, especially for a man to get up and tell me that Lewandowski wouldn't have made a big difference, come on. That man has been that as you said, Ryan, that man has been bringing Bayern for the entire season.
This reminds me of something I was watching this week where Carragher and Gary Neville was doing a England. I don't know if you guys saw that. They were basically picking the England squad, and I think it was Carragher who pointed out that if Kane goes down, there's such a big drop off from Kane to the next striker. Basically, comes back to what you're saying with Bayern. If
Yeah,
Lewandowski goes down, there's such a big drop off from
really and truly,
Lewandowski.
Bayern.
I wouldn't necessarily agree with what Carragher said though, because
Really and truly,
if you're coaching,
Bayern, they don't have a second striker, I know.
that's the problem. Man. That's why I was going to say to Ryan that
Choupo-Moting is not a striker, I know.
Choupo-Moting
Guys,
is not a
remember
footballer. He's not a footballer.
Choupo-Moting. Listen, I remember somebody saying this. Eric Maxim Choupo-Moting must have the best agent in the world to move from Stoke to PSG
to
to Bayern Munich.
That's not an agent, that's a hype man.
Come on, listen, that man, and remember, I know, he's getting paid. He's getting paid. I'm not saying him don't score a goal, yeah, but guess what? As you said, the drop off in quality is so vast. That man is a Stoke player.
I said something earlier that I don't think you picked up on. Had Serge Gnabry been fit, Eric Maxim Choupo-Moting wouldn't have started.
Nope.
You would have used Gnabry
I made
as the false nine.
The prediction that I made that Bayern would have advanced was predicated on the fact that I thought Serge would have played, because the understanding was that Serge may have played. So I predicted on that grounds that Serge would have been fit enough to play.
Yeah, because they had said Serge and Goretzka would have played the game.
Exactly. So I figured that those two
didn't happen.
That's how sports is do
all right, so we'll know.
People, like, they catch Bayern Munich when they are not at their best. But
exactly. You win the game.
PSG did go to the final last year, so I don't have a problem. That is them get the favor of not having a full strength Bayern to play. Anyone deserve the break, it's them.
So you know that this year we're going to have a next team at the final.
They have a coach now as well.
So you know that this year this final will be a team that has never won versus a team that has won.
Yeah,
based
Yeah,
on
because
the draw.
yeah.
Yeah.
no, the
But
draw.
both teams that are in one semifinal has never won it, and then the two on the other side they have.
It's already draw in a shit.
But
PSG play
Yeah, man,
Man.
I
Yeah,
know. That's
yeah,
what I'm saying. Based on the draw.
Yeah,
I
PSG
don't
play
jump the
Man
gun,
City.
man. Don't jump the gun, man. Let's move on to the next fixture. So we saw Chelsea losing 1-0 to Port Ryan. He taken much overall, and I have to say, Christian Pulisic was absolute majestic in that game. Now over to you.
Well, I saw some of the game. I didn't see all of it. I was between that and the other match, but I saw most of the Chelsea match, and I agree with you where Pulisic is concerned. But Chelsea, I I like the fact that they managed the game, but I would also have preferred if they had gone more um played,
Attacking.
yeah, in terms of going more attacking, in terms of trying to create more chances. I understand the logic in terms of why they played, how they played, but I mean, football is very funny. So some of the times you just have to play a normal game and try to get a goal, because getting a goal would have basically killed Porto. You can get the goal without being gung ho, and I think they should have gone more for the goal than to play how they played. But then again, they also restricted Porto in terms of the fact that Porto basically didn't create much chances, as Chelsea did not create as much. So it was basically a case of, if you don't create, if I don't create, you won't create. But that goal that they scored was a very good goal. I see them blaming Reece James for the goal. I can't see how you're going to blame a defender when the ball is not in his area and is a bicycle kick. But fans do what fans do. So yeah,
Yeah,
whatever.
that goal wouldn't even go down as a chance. When you come up with spectacular moments
No,
like that,
people were saying that James should have cleared the ball, but how? The ball was way in front of him. When going to go through the man and clear the ball and give away a penalty, or I don't know.
sometimes people yeah, like you say, some goals are just good
It's
goals,
not
and
every goal is a
not
defender's
everyone.
fault.
Yeah,
You know.
you can't stop
It was
everything.
just a good goal.
All right, so here's Alidan, who is a Chelsea fan, saying that poor game from Chelsea. Pulisic tried without no support. Georgina saved us. Tactics poor.
I agree that tactics is poor. That's what I just said a while ago. I think we should have played a more normal football game than trying to. I mean, it worked for us in the sense that we also restricted them, but what if it did not? Remember, I said
So
on the podcast day before yesterday, that what if Porto score an early goal? You some of the times you just have to
luckily
play
for you
a
guys, it was a
normal.
late
Just
one.
go there and play normal. You don't need to go there and be adventurous. You already have 2 goals, but just play normal and try to get a goal. Because if you play normal, you will create chances, and creating chances mean you more than likely will get a goal based on your style of play. So I think we should have done that.
All right, so here's
So
AJ
can I
Campbell
add
saying
this?
that
Oh,
I have a good feeling Chelsea gonna win the Champions League.
I don't want to talk about that.
All right, Sheikh. So what are we going to say?
yeah. I just add in this. Personally, didn't watch the game because clearly I was watching the other game. Um, because that's the bigger team that's playing. But nonetheless, um, I can understand Chelsea going into the game. Because when I looked at the starting lineup, I was like, okay, you're leading 2-0. You're playing at the same ground, right? It's the same ground they played at.
Yeah.
For this return leg. Um, just go and defend your 2-0 lead. Tuchel has underperformed when it comes on to cup games, right? And it's not every day you're going to get a 2-0 advantage. So why not just go and play conservative? You know that even if the team scores 1 goal, you still make it to the semifinals.
No, but the thing
The
is, the
true
score
the
what
true
depends
test
on
of
when them score the 1 goal. You don't want them score the
yeah,
one
but
goal early. We got
yeah,
lucky
well,
that they
guess
scored the
what?
one
Well,
goal in the time.
well, guess what? If the team scores that goal early, then you change the tactics. But if you start the game, you're playing the game 15, 30
Shake,
minutes, half an hour.
This is
You know the
You
problem.
reach
You know the problem
45
with
minutes.
tactics. You know the problem with tactics is this: if you go out there to be defensive, it's hard to change from defensive to attack than it is to change from attack to defense. That's the problem with tactics. Which
Yeah,
is
but
why
at
I
the
was
end of the
saying,
day, at the end of the day,
which is why I
I
was
don't think
saying
Porto,
play
I don't
normal.
think
One at a
Porto
time.
could
One at a time. One
could
at a
outscore
time.
Chelsea. All right, so suppose even if Porto had scored 2 goals on the night, I believe
Yeah.
Chelsea could have still scored that 1 goal
Which is
to
why
go
I said
All
through.
right,
try and
so
score the one goal.
here's another Chelsea fan, real lead in Chelsea, saying that Porto wasn't creating any chances at Chelsea to up their game, and I have no problem with how we played. The goal Porto scored was by luck.
Yeah, it
And I
was just
said,
listen.
and I said that a while ago that
It was just a
Chelsea
good
played
goal.
if you're not creating, if we're not creating, you won't create.
Yeah.
So that's
So
basically
as I said, the true test is going to come in the next round. So play a conservative game when you reach the semifinals now. All right, we'll see what kind of tactics he uses against Real Madrid.
All right, and with that being
This is
said,
where, Levon, one moment. This is where I think you blame coach sometime for no reason. I can't say I don't see the difference in the team that when he won 2-0 from when he just lost the game 1-0. This is where I think people just blame coach. I can't blame the tactics of the team for that one. Because me personally watch both legs. I think it was the same team. I just think that's how it creep in. If you play sports, you just cannot get rid of you leading. That's why you have teams that go up 2-0 in some games and then throw away the game. It's just
Exactly.
what creep into your mind sometimes that you just cannot get it out. It's
You have
just natural.
half foot through the door.
It's just
Continue with the
natural. You
next
have
foot.
you thinking about the finish line before you even being there. It's just natural in your body,
Yeah.
in your mind. You just want to get there. So I can't blame the coach for it. You have to give him credit to get past Porto. A lot Juventus fail. You have to give him credit to get past. That's all I can say.
Yep.
all
I
right,
agree.
and I'm going to stick.
Agree
I'm
with
going
that
to
part.
stick with you, Chris. I'm going to stick with you, Chris. And earlier on today, Liverpool 0, Real Madrid 0, and I said that.
Green was it, yeah.
And in the previous game against Aston Villa, you were lucky to get a second goal at the end.
Mhm.
And today, guess what? You didn't score any at Anfield, boss man. What happened to Liverpool?
Very poor form. Not only at home, just having a very even though Salah is the giant leading goal scorer in the Premier League, he's having a very bad season. I think Mane is having a very bad season. It's just not clicking. The front three is not clicking, to be honest. Anybody watch the Liverpool games could tell. It's just not clicking, and that's why you can't really. Every week you can't pick Liverpool to win. I'm sure.
You
I
know,
don't.
if Firmino does not play well, the front three does not click, and Firmino hasn't been playing well
But
That's
I'm going to stick up in right there, and this is
because
where I'm
he's
going
the
to
fulcrum
blame your
of the
coach.
front three.
I'm going to blame your coach right here. Firmino
yeah. Should
hasn't
have
done
started Jota.
anything. That is what I was
Just
going to say.
I
Should have
agree
Firmino
with
started
you.
hasn't.
Jota. If me and
When
you
I
just played Levan, he should have started. If me and you here and can
100%
should
Jota.
have started Jota.
Yeah.
Remember that I told you weekend that he would have rest Jota in the Champions League game to start him. I can't see how you need goals and you don't start your most confident front man right now. He's the most confident. Every time he looks like he comes onto the field, looks like he's going to score and looks like he really wants to take the team on his back because he's fresh and I guess because he's young in the team. He always look like he's going to score. I don't understand it. I just and take too long to put him on. You must put him on after.
That was what I was going to ask you. That he didn't put him on until the
You
60th
must put
minute.
him
So
on half time if you didn't get the goal. But it's Salah. Salah should take all claps for this one. Should have scored in the first 5 minutes of the game and get a next chance at the end of that first half. Had he scored that first one, different type of game again, and then Bayern Real Madrid would have to look to step it up because they would have been one Liverpool would have been one goal away from basically turning around the tie.
So again, here's one of our commenters, Ali Dan, asking: Salah and Kane is two players with the most goals in our competitions. You call that bad season? All right. Sometimes it doesn't come down to just statistics because I could just simply say Bruno Fernandes is a world-class player and the sole base is stats. But if you
Yeah.
actually how the players
You have to
played.
be watching
That
the
is what the man
games.
is making mention of, and based on the standard that Salah set for himself, based on how he played seasons before,
Salah.
there's a huge fall off.
This isn't
It's
close
not,
to Salah's best season.
it's not the standard. Even it's not the standard that he set. You can't be missing. You can't be missing so much chance, especially when you know that your team give up goals. You don't miss so much chance because your team likely to give up goals, and you're missing too many clear-cut opportunities that you expect player like Salah to score. So it's not that he scored goals. How many chances he get before he scored those goals? Those count too. So if you
Agreed.
don't watch it, you can just go read the
Alright, man.
stats and come tell me that Salah is this great player, but you have to watch him. He gets too many chances and then don't score.
Agreed. And with the final fixture, we saw Borussia Dortmund taking a early lead through Jude Bellingham, who became the youngest Englishman to score in the UEFA Champions League after becoming the youngest Englishman to score in the Bundesliga on the weekend. So he had a good week overall for himself and all that, but he was outshone by arguably one of England's biggest young talent right now, Phil Foden, who got the win for City, even though they had found an equalizer through a dubious penalty. A lot of people are saying that it wasn't a penalty. Some say that it was a penalty. I'm going to give this final one to Shakes. Quickly, Shakes, your take on it.
Good match. BVB basically shot themselves in the hand with Emre Can. I still don't believe that
Nice word
it
play.
was a penalty. But people will say that, oh, because I'm a Man U fan, why I'm saying that. But I was on Twitter, I was on the BBC page, and so many people were questioning whether or not that was actually a penalty. But guess what? The referee gave it. It wasn't a clear and obvious error, so there was no way VAR would overrule it. But if I were ref in the game, I wouldn't have given it as a penalty. Plus, I would have wanted to see Manchester City actually push for that goal without that penalty. I wanted to
Shakes.
see the test of their
Shakes.
character.
I'm going to disagree with you there, you know. You see, if I was refereeing that game, I would have given a penalty. You know why?
Why?
I would have given a penalty because of chance stupidity. You never need to hit the ball right there. So for that sole reason, I would give the penalty.
I missed
Because
that. I missed that goal. What did Shan do?
Must be a
he
penalty.
basically tried to head the ball down and the ball caught his hand. You gave it as a penalty. It was something like this. It was
No,
close
well,
by, but
remember the ball touched his head first and then touched his arm.
No,
yeah,
hold
but
on,
I'm saying
hold on,
Shakes.
hold on.
That's
Hold
from
on, but
hindsight,
based on the rules, though, I think that they say if the ball touch your body part first and touch your hand, it shouldn't
Exactly.
be a penalty. I think
So
that's the new
The
rule.
hand was
If
in
that's the
an
rule, then it
unnatural
shouldn't have been
position.
a penalty.
The hand was in an unnatural position, though.
No, but
so
regardless of the
hold
fact,
on. So
regardless of the fact, you know,
Hold
I
on,
think
man.
the
Hold
new
on.
rule
One at a
states
time.
that
One at a time. All right, Ryan, go ahead.
the new rule, as I know it, states that if the ball touches your body part first and then goes on your hand, it should not be a penalty.
should not.
So
Correct.
why
Right,
did they give that one as a
basis,
penalty?
So
it shouldn't have been.
That's
so
why.
that is
That's
why
why I
so that is why the commentator in the game said by the letter of the law, if VAR had taken away the penalty call, he could understand, because if they were going by the letter of the law, which is what Ryan just explained, it shouldn't have been a penalty. But as I said, because the referee deemed it a penalty, right? And it wasn't a clear and obvious error by the ref, VAR could not change it. VAR didn't even tell him to come over to
I
the
think
monitor.
I think VAR should have sent it to the referee because I think the referee saw what I saw on first sight. That
I agree. I mean,
Shan Ed
it should
didn't caught the ball. That's what I see first.
it should come down to letter of the law then, if that's the case.
Exactly, and that is why people will debate the penalty call. As I said, if it was me, I wouldn't have given it as a penalty. But I'm not going to say, oh, the ref made a mistake. Oh, Man City ended up getting a. No, I'm not going to do that.
I think
Because
the ref see the hand door shakes. That's why I'm saying I think the ref see the hand and not the head first.
possibly.
I think we see the hand,
As I said, though,
not the head.
if
because it was barely.
it was me refereeing the game, penalty. Just because of the
Just
player's
because of
stupidity.
the stupidity.
Exactly. He never needed to do that at that point in time because there was no obvious threat from any City player around him. So he
Why?
never needed to do
Why?
that.
There was a City player right behind him, Levon.
No, man, but he could have kicked away that, man. Come on,
Yeah,
man.
better you say that, but don't say there is no threat. But say he could have cleared it with his foot.
He could have cleared it with his knee, his foot, wherever. Instead of, you saw how low he went?
It was
Come
a
on, man.
ridiculous way to clear the ball, right? And even using his head and how low his head was, there was
My
no
boy.
way he could generate that much power to get the ball out of the danger area. So it was just a ridiculous play. That's why I'm not going to get up and blame the ref, because as Levon said, yeah, the man literally I try put him head aground.
Anyway, it's Chan.
Simple as
Moving on.
Exactly.
We're going to touch on some cricket now. And first off, I want to say congratulations to Sir Ben Stokes on winning the Winston Cricket of the Year for the second year running. He had a
Ben Stokes?
super year last year. Ben Stokes was very good. And Shakes, I'm sure that you remember that innings against Australia, man, where everyone wrote off England, said that they couldn't actually win that test match. And here comes Stokes batting with Jack Leach, and he did it.
That was last year?
Ryan. Yeah, man.
I watched
It
the
was way
match,
up
but
in
you
the
just never felt like that.
It was way up in last year,
You
man.
never feel like last year.
COVID little time seems like it's flying, man.
Yeah, it just
It's last year, man. Because remember that the games that England played, the first set was basically against West Indies in the bubble.
that was
After
summer,
since
wasn't it?
yeah, as in this year.
Last year,
Last
West
year,
Indies,
sorry. Last year
that
in the
was
bubble.
summer. The bubble was summer.
Yeah. That was the first set of games that England played against West Indies.
Yeah.
So the Australia series would have
Was
happened before.
January. Was
Yeah, it would
December,
have happened
January.
before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man,
Okay.
it's pre-COVID, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
The
But
world just
when you really think about it, because you had so few matches being played, you didn't really have many top performances.
yeah, it just felt like 2019 to me. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, and understandable. But what you should realize, Ryan, is that you see the series now. The series are coming thick and fast. So, like, if you have a series this month, within probably the next 2 weeks, you have a next series. So they're coming thick and fast at you. And on that note, we're going to touch a little bit IPL 2021. Shakes, have you taken in any of the action so far?
Yeah. I watched the best limited overs batsman in AB de Villiers.
All right, hold on a sec. Chris Finch, have you taken any of the action?
Yeah, I see some of it.
Ryan?
yeah.
All right,
I agree with David de Villiers' part.
Well done.
All right. First and foremost, did you saw that run fest between PBKS, that is the Punjab Kings, and Rajasthan Royals the other day?
Yes, yesterday, no, I didn't see the match, but I saw the result and I got some messages from some friends who was telling me exactly what happened. But
yeah, man. So it was a match where the same man that we just spoke about, Ben Stokes, he dropped Chris Gayle in earlier on in Chris Gayle innings, and eventually took a brilliant catch to get rid of Chris Gayle and ended up breaking one of his fingers that has ruled him out of IPL 2021. But he'll still stay with the Rajasthan Royals to regain fitness. But it was a well, for people who actually love fast paced action and run scoring, this was the game for you to watch.
I saw people blaming Samson for not taking the run, on the second to last ball.
Yeah, could
but
I guess he wanted the finish.
But if you are the set batsman and 100 and odd, your job is to finish the game.
You have to back yourself to get the runs.
Exactly. So I can't see why they would blame him.
That's how sport come
off
is the era, and if it doesn't, then you have to look for a reason to blame someone.
All right, so far, when it comes down to West Indians that are taking part in the tournament, a few of them have a decent outfit, but Russell has been poor at the bat. He did well yesterday by taking 5 wickets for 15 runs off 2 overs. Chris Gayle made a quick fire 40. Um, Hetmeyer, poor run, hasn't done anything of note as yet. Jason Nola took 3 wickets earlier in the day. So it comes down to all of those players. That's what comes down to for the West Indians. But overall, I'm going to ask you guys, who you guys see as the favorite for the title? Starting
Mumbai.
with
Mumbai start
I,
every
I am
IPL
I am a
as
Mumbai
favorite.
fan. I am a Mumbai fan. So until Mumbai loses, then Mumbai is always the favorite for me.
Chris.
Go with Russell team, Kolkata. Knight Riders.
Why? That team will never win nothing. Where's the Shakes? Mumbai. And
No,
on the
I'm not
note,
a Mumbai fan, you know. I was just answering the question in
all right,
terms
so
of the favorite.
who you expect to win, and who are you looking for?
All right, so for me, I would love if Gale's team won the IPL, right? When he was at RCB, I used to support RCB. I like the combination in terms of Virat and AB de Villiers on that team. Gale's team though, any team Gale is on, their bowling is always
Bad,
their weakness,
bad, yeah.
right? Yeah, terrible. Same thing with RCB. That's why they really couldn't do anything. So they could make runs, couldn't defend runs. The same thing. You talk about the runs fest. We're talking about the 221 and the 217 with Rajasthan.
Yeah,
It's the same issue. They don't have any bowling again. Kolkata is a decent team. Sometimes I think that they're probably a batsman short each year. Yeah, I strongly believe that they're not as balanced as the Mumbai team. Because when you compare Kolkata with Mumbai have two of the best bowlers in the world, Bolton and Bumrah, right?
Bumrah.
And they have exceptional batting. They have a brilliant middle order, right?
Exceptional
So
all round.
they are the most balanced
come
team.
on. When
And
when I look at when I look at all right, Shakes for our viewers, let's just give them the Mumbai team for argument's sake. So they're captained by Rohit Sharma, and his opening partner is Quinton de Kock. Then you have Surya Kumar Yadav, who is a monster coming one down. Then you have Ishan Kishan, another monster. Hardik Pandya, Kyron Pollard, Krunal Pandya, and this is the player that I'm actually looking out for this season. I've never really seen much of him, but based on what I've watched and what I've seen on YouTube videos, he seems like a very good bowler. This Marco Jansen person.
oh yeah, I
He,
saw him in that
he's
first game.
pretty quick, and the thing is that he's tall and he gets a lot of bounce. So I'm looking forward to this player.
Yeah, same. But
And
today when I
then
was
And you
looking
know,
at I
you
was
know,
looking
and
at
you
his
know that
result. I was looking at his results today and his stats today, and I realized he has been around for a while and he's 30. So he's not the youngest and he's not the he maybe have not played a lot, but he has been around.
yeah,
yeah,
he
man.
should have been a basketballer. But anyway, a little bit about him and the game. You see that over that he bowled, that final over? He actually bowled that final over against Royal Challengers Bangalore very well. For somebody that is inexperienced at that level, I was shocked. And even the commentator said it that I think it was probably about 7 runs to get. 7 runs, yeah, and they were scrambling. They were scrambling. So he basically bowled pretty decent in that game. So as I said, they have the most balanced team in the competition. So I can't look
And also
beyond
you
them.
can't fault I really can't fault Chris for saying Night Riders, but as Sheikh said, I think they're a batsman short. And
Yeah, man, a
when you
batsman
look at
short.
it, when you have to turn to Harbhajan Singh, who they have alright, I've seen him in 2 matches, and I doubt if he has completed 4 over quota. What's the purpose of him if he's not going to bowl all
Hold
four
on, what's up
overs?
with
Because he
Narayan?
can't.
Narayan hasn't played the first 2 matches. What's up with him?
I can't quite say. I'm not
Is
sure
he a
about that.
bowling problem? Because normally you could just start with Narayan open.
No
If
man,
he's
if it was the ball in the They would have
If
played him. They
Nar
would have played
if
him as a
Naran
backup.
gets out, it's not a problem. And then you're back from 3 going down.
Because all right, if you look at it, previous season, that Nitish Rana would have come in at probably 1 down. See, this season
Yeah.
he has been opening with Shubman Gill. Then you have Raul Tripathi, who hasn't done much. Then you have Ayn Morgan, Shakib Alassan, Dinesh Karthik, Andre Russell, Pat Cummins, Harbhajan,
And Russell
Varun
batting at 4
Chakravarti,
now. Russell normally about 6 down. 6, 7.
Prasid Krishna. Come on, man. They are batsman short.
And
So
then
I
it's
agree that.
They
Yeah.
don't have a
So
bad team, They have a decent team, but as we say,
balance is the issue.
they would need that extra batsman at the top of the order to provide more firepower. So it's less stress for Morgan to come in, for Russell to come in, for Shakib to come in.
So
But you realize all those games they call are 30 odd. Morgan, Russell, Shakib. Those guys are 30 odd year old players.
yeah, they all are. So that's the problem. For our viewers that are asking about your league, we don't discuss Bush League. Bush League stay
What's
one
that?
side.
What else?
But and something else that I should have touched on before I moved on. It was a discussion that we were having backstage before it came on here. We were talking about world-class left backs in the world. I'm going to start with Chris. In terms of top 5 left backs, who would you have in that top 5? Starting with your best.
That is on the spot, but that is on the spot, but I don't think I am prepared to take up that one. But
All right,
go ahead.
so all right, I'll go around the table and come back to you.
Yeah.
All right, so Shakes, top 5.
Top 5 in no particular order. Let's start with that. In no particular order.
Yeah, man, but you have to call the number 1 at the end though.
Yeah, man, no problem. So I'd go with Andrew Robertson, Ben Chilwell, Luke Shaw,
Be a Premier League left back, chicks, no.
Ferland Mendy, and who could I give for the last spot? Boy, that's a tough one.
Alfonso.
Alfonso Robin Benchman.
Alright, so Shakes, leave it at the
Yeah,
4.
I'll go with top 4. Yeah, I'll go with top 4. Hard to find a top 5.
David Alaba, you wouldn't.
Nah, man,
Nah,
centre back.
he's a centre back.
Yeah.
Not a left back anymore.
No Marcelo, he's not a left back again.
Nah, he's on the bench.
He's not playing. Bench captain.
Yeah,
No,
the man
but
That's
bench
why I
at
said.
Ferland Mendy.
That's why I said Mendy.
Put his
Hold on.
level. No,
Chris, the Mendy that I call is not the Man City left back, It's the Real
It's
Madrid
Real
left back
Madrid.
Mendy.
Ferland Mendy.
yeah, but not because Marcelo not playing. That don't mean he's not one of the best in the world.
Boss, the man
Marcelo-
don't play
He's
none
not one
tall.
of the best in the world anymore.
The man don't play none tall.
To be honest, for the past 2 to 3 lives, I tell you, say, I'm hope say Chris have a company because I want to work for him. This man loyal and him played safe. That means my job with a well safe. But Shakes, who's the number 1? Cut to the chase.
Number 1 for this season, clearly, I'll go with Luke Shaw. Nobody needs to argue. If you want to argue on Facebook.
But wait, Shakes. There's one obvious one I'm hearing a mention. Jordi Alba down in your top 5. I'm hearing him, Luke Shaw, them and everybody else.
Jordi Alba, boss.
Jordi
Alba.
Him done?
All right. So Chris.
A team.
Guess what? Just get a
Not
bag.
even Barcelona fans want Jordi Alba to be playing.
Just get a bag. Just get a bag and put Marcelo and Jordi Alba in it, and you can roll them down a hill.
You know, pick young talent.
No, but that's the thing. That's the thing. A lot of Barcelona fans don't want Jordi Alba to be playing.
I'm not saying what Barcelona fans want.
A lot of Real Madrid fans are more comfortable with Mendy than Marcelo.
You know what Chris is doing? Chris is giving his top 5 based on past
Yeah, man, pass.
Exactly. What him think
What
Based on
was
what they have done in the past.
So, Chris,
but that's what
let me
happened
ask you this.
until
Let
them
me ask you this,
pray
Chris.
that they're not up here again, Levon. You
Since you're
cannot.
saying
Okay.
Alba and Marcelo, are you
Yeah.
basically telling me that Messi and Ronaldo are the best players in the world still? Stop living in the past. It's time to move on.
Then if Messi is not the best player in the world, give me a name. Give me a name. So I can.
Robert
Lewandowski?
Lewandowski.
All right, let's talk again. Move on to Ryan. Levon.
So Ryan, your top 5.
Yeah, backstage we were talking, and I was telling you that before the season began, I did not. Luke Shaw was not in the top five, not even in the Premier League. But based on the course of the season, Luke Shaw has outperformed everybody, so it's fair to put him where he deserves to go at the top. It's
Well
just fair.
done. What a
We're,
come
we're
around.
talking about it right across the world, you know. So give me
And
the
I'm
top
talking
5.
about right across the world.
Good. Come on, continue,
You look up
continue. Give me the top 5, man.
my top five. Um, well, Shaw, Mendy, that's Furlan. Chilwell has to be there as well. Wow, we're short a left back. Luca Digne. Um, well, you laugh. Luca Digne has been performing.
If you tell me that Luca Digne is better than Jordi Alba, that means we're not watching football.
You not watching
This
football.
this
That
season,
mean we're not watching. That means I'm not watching no football. That it simple mean.
Yeah, you need to watch some football. Then.
Anybody will take Luca Digne over Alba. Then
At
just
this stage of football, yeah, Luca Digne is better than Jordi Alba right now. I don't know who else to
Chris,
put. I mean,
Chris, the person said you're lagging way behind. Seems like you're still
come
stuck
on.
in 2019 and 2020.
Look at Sheikh's list and look at Ryan list. It full up of too much English left backs. That means
No man, come on, though, Chris.
So,
If they
Chris,
are the
who
best
you're going to
if
no,
they are
but
find?
if they are the better performer,
apart from Furlan Mendy, who does not play in the English league,
Juventus
who else they
left
going to
back.
put there?
The
Huh?
Juventus left back. What his name is?
Alexandro?
No, you mind?
The man they can't play ball, Bedrin, and I'm a
No,
Brazilian fan.
Alexandra can't go there, sir.
Alexandro can't play football.
All right.
finish up your list, Ryan, because you said what? Shaw, Ferland
Ah,
Mendy, Luca Digne,
and
Chilwell.
Chilwell. We stuck at
Who's the
four. We
last
can't
one?
find
Robertson?
five.
Is it
Oh, I had
Robertson?
Robertson. Yeah, Robertson definitely has to be there. Yeah,
All right, boss. Here's
but
Pepper Paul asking,
if we go and rank them, it would be Chilwell and Robertson second, and
but
then
here's
maybe sorry, not Chilwell, Shaw then Robertson.
so here's Pepper Paul asking, what about the Arsenal left back? He's pretty decent, and
I agree.
this is where the big
That's
discussion
where we
was.
started.
This is where the big discussion was behind the scenes, and Shakes and
Yeah,
Ryan was going at it in terms of Shaw and Tierney. Which one of them is the better player?
because I had Tierney above Shaw before the season began, but no, during the course of the season, you know that Shaw has surpassed
So, gentlemen,
everybody. But
the ground is all yours, you know. It shakes. Now is the time for
Tierney,
you, Ryan, to go at
Tierney.
it, you know.
I mean, Shakes was disputing the fact that Tierney is a top class left back, while I had Tierney as a top class left back. So
Can you
I
stop
still have
saying that,
Tierney
please?
there, but I just don't have Tierney in the top five right now based on the fact that he has been
Ryan,
in and out. He has been in and out due to injury.
Ryan,
And
you see when
Shakes,
when you
Shakes
guys
is going to
mentioned the
tell me that
word,
Tierney is not good.
you see, no, I never said that. You see, when you guys mention the word world class or top class, you guys
Mhm.
keep on dropping the standard. Listen, you see, for a footballer to be a top class footballer, not even a world class, just top class, right?
Mhm.
To be a top class footballer, you have to play consistently for many seasons. Too many times I see people throwing on, oh, you're world class because, oh, you have one good season, or oh, because you score a few goals.
Wait,
Oh,
Sheikh. Isn't that's why I just pick Marcelo and Jordi Alba? The same reason that you're just listing now? I don't
no
understand it.
man, come on,
No,
man,
boss,
Chris.
I don't
why
think
we are
I
talking
don't think
about
it's the
Dan
same reason.
Brothers?
Sheikh is explaining why I
I
pick
don't think it's
Jordi
the same
Alba
reason.
and Marcelo. Why you saying
No
come
man,
on?
two different
All right, so
arguments.
hold on. Let me answer Chris Lynch. Chris, there's no way a footballer can still be top class and rub bench for an entire season. It's as simple as
All
that.
right, leave out Marcelo. What you have against Jordi Alba?
I don't have anything against Jordi Alba, but there's no way
Performance
I'm
level
going to
drop
put
big
Jordi
time,
Alba
Chris.
Chris,
in my top 5.
Chris, here's what I want you to do tomorrow morning. Talk to like 2 or 3 Barcelona fans tomorrow.
Exactly.
That's it.
If I talk to a
Alright,
lot
alright,
of
alright.
Barcelona,
Hold on. I can bring up one for you right now, Chris. Here's a Barcelona
yeah,
fan. Rash
mhm.
Cadilla say that Alba is an insect. This is a big Barcelona fan.
That is no analysis. You have to tell me what Alba do so wrong. You have to tell me what Alba do so wrong. That's what you have to tell me. Tell me what
Listen,
Alba is a liability. Alba is
all
now a
right, so Chris,
liability.
all right, Chris. Earlier in the show, Ryan was talking
Yeah.
about Ryan and Levon. They were talking about Mo Salah and
Yeah.
comparing what he did for the past 2 seasons
Mm-hmm.
in comparison to what he's doing now.
Remember, Chris
And
was
they
the same one who
mentioned that
brought it
there's
up, you
been
know.
a big drop off. You even said that
Chris
even
was
though
the one who
Salah is
pointed it
scoring
out.
goals, he
Exactly.
needs
Him
so
same one
many
point out.
chances. You
Him
said
same one
those
point
things
that out.
afterwards. So,
Mm-hmm.
boss, what I'm saying about Alba is that compared to what Alba was in 2016, 2017, 2018, possibly 2019, he has not been that for the past 2 seasons, right? The same can be said about Marcelo. That is why
So,
Marcelo is on the bench. But guess what? Barcelona don't have no replacement. So them just have to
Chris,
work with Alba. Not only that, them not have no money for buy nobody because of
Chris, so,
COVID. So them have to work with Alba.
so Chris, here's one of
Brother,
our commenter. Pepper Paul is asking why we
yeah.
abuse you, sir.
All me know is when you ask somebody the question that you ask is an opinionated question. I cannot pick Luke Shaw. Me hearing him some name over Alba. I cannot pick those players over Alba, brother. They have done
All
nothing
right.
to pick them over Alba.
I can give you a next left back. You say we'll pick pure English league players, you know. So I'm give you a next left back who's
Yeah, you cannot
better
do
than
that and then
Jordi
me take you
Alba.
serious. You cannot
Theo,
pick English
no, hold on,
defenders
man.
and take you
Hold on.
serious.
Theo Hernandez from AC Milan is a better left back than
Correct.
Jordi Alba.
Correct. On form, yes, he
Oh.
On
is.
form.
And he's not better than Luke Shaw.
When right now,
No.
no.
Okay.
So
No.
he would make the top 5. But
You
Jordi
easy.
Alba
So we have
can't
picked
be
too
in the
much
top
English
5.
league left back, you know. So we are throw somebody else in the mix.
You know
But
why I bring up Alba? When I watch the Liverpool left back, that's all I see. All I see is a Jordi Alba in Robertson.
Yes, you're living at the past, boss. And that's the thing that you use past experience of Jordi Alba
exactly.
against Andrew Robertson. Come on,
Listen,
man.
Jordi Alba not even crossing the ball like how he used to cross the ball one time. He's not
You
making
remember
overlapping runs
those
as
intricate
one
play between him
time.
and Messi when Messi could find him on the overlap easily and
Exactly.
they
The
1-2.
man not doing the same thing. That's why I'm saying, Chris, if you want to give him a period up to probably 2019, but it ends there, 2020, 2021, he has been down. And guess what? What people need to understand is that, listen, footballers outside of Messi and Ronaldo, they don't last very long. So you see, if you get 5 good seasons out of a footballer, be thankful because that is what players outside of
We're
Messi and
going back
Ronaldo
to
used to do in the
to the
past.
norm. We're going back to the norm. You
Exactly.
realize the four semi-finalists, Messi and Ronaldo, no in this, not in it.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going back to the norm. That's what we used to.
Listen,
Messi and Ronaldo just changed the dynamics of
if
football.
you get 5 brilliant seasons from a player, be thankful because that is a good football shelf life.
All I am saying is you cannot have 3 English left back in a top 5 and then
No, we don't have 3 English left back. We have 2 English left backs.
that
And
mean
we
you're
have
picking an English left back team. That's what
no, we have 2 English left back and we have
Come
2
on,
French
man,
left back.
Chris. You're looking at it from a standpoint that we're using English league bias, but that's not the case. If they are the better
no,
performing left backs, what should we do? Should we stoop to the level of Jordi Alba this season or those sort of players, just not to give the English league players
I have no problem. I watch the leagues, so I have no problem. But you cannot find 2 decent left back. I tell you about the left back down at Juventus. You tell me some things
Him
so
no
that
count.
you don't
Him
watch
no count.
Juventus.
Sandra
You
San,
Him no
tell me
count.
some you tell me
hold
some
on,
me watch
hold
left
on,
back. Like,
hold on. How you must say I don't watch Juventus when CR7 is my baller.
so now that me I say.
Sandro
So
Sandro
when you
can't
look
play
at Alba,
football.
what team do? Watch.
I bet you talk about Lodi, and Lodi is still a rub bench at Athletic every now and again. Because Sandro,
No man,
I wouldn't put
hold on.
Sandro in the Lodi.
I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember the fullback that plays for I believe it's Roma. I can't remember his name right now. He's their left back. But even that man has outplayed Alexandro for the entirety of the season. So
Shakes,
Alexandro is not
as
even
a
the best
Brazilian
over
fan, you
there.
would put Sandro above Lodi?
No,
Exactly. Argument
Sandro
done.
is not even a real Brazilian.
Argument done.
He's like Fred.
Fred
They come
is
from
like Fred.
Malta. Those
No,
players
come
are
from
Hold on a
Belize.
second.
Maltese.
Shakes to show you the level that Chris wants us to stoop to.
Yeah.
Alex Telles, who is a better left back than Alexandro, has been benched by Luke Shaw this season. That's the level that we're talking about.
Exactly.
Chris, I need you to do one thing. Don't watch over some Jordi Alba this season. Some Marcel hasn't played this season. I can't recall that.
No.
But
No.
if he has played, I need you to go and look over some of that. And come on, boss. Don't do
All right,
that.
let's dispute the number one spot. There's a dispute that Andrew Robertson is not the best left back in the world.
He
Because
isn't.
In
all
terms of
Yes,
perform,
there is.
in
It's
terms
not.
of performances over the
One
course of the
want
season,
something different.
in terms of performances over the season, you'd have to put Sharp above him.
All right, me I watch one different. Me now watch no
Chris,
football. Me
Chris,
now watch no
Chris.
football.
Chris, hold on a sec, Chris. You know that what Andrew Robertson is actually good at. His best part of his game.
Mhm.
Luke Shaw has outdone him this season, and that is creating chances.
Creating
Thank
chances.
Luke
you.
Yeah.
Shaw's created the most chances in the world as a left back this season.
Mhm.
So how are you supposed to rate Andrew Robertson over him?
Yeah, Luke Shaw is the best left back in the world. Me now watch no football.
Listen to me right now. Me don't mind put Chilwell above Shaw, and I can't do it based on if me gonna be
Chris,
honest.
if it's one thing I know, I don't overrate Man U players. If it's one
Yeah.
thing
No.
everybody know about me.
Shake. Stick up, Shakes. Don't say Man United players. Say
England.
English players.
Yes, and Manchester United players, right? I don't overrate them. But I can say Luke Shaw has been the best left back in the world, right? And this is not no Manchester United bias, right? He has played well every listen, if you go on every sports site, every pundit, every game, the
Oh,
player that
I
is
remember the left. You remember when I was
synonymous.
stuck at 4? Sorry, there. You remember when I was stuck at 4 in terms I was saying to you that I had 5 left backs before the season began over Shaw, and
Yeah.
I couldn't remember who the fifth one was. The fifth one was Regulian.
Oh, regular.
Yeah.
But even him has fallen off big time.
Exactly.
He got injured and then he's basically coming back to himself now. So I want to say he has fallen off, but he has outperformed Alba as well, and him can't experience squad.
All right, so Shakes, I want to end it with this because I asked Chris and Ryan on the previous live about this particular sprinter. I want to get your take on her. Now, there's this US sprinter, Shaka Richardson, that has been creating a huge wave. She opened her season running 10.72 seconds with a positive plus 1.6 meters wind behind her. Do you think that she's peaking too early for the Olympics, or do you think that she's a genuine challenger? And mind you, she's 21 years old.
All right. So pro and con. Pro, she's running fast. Con, it's not when it matters most, right? She has done this in the past and not run a fast time or fast enough time when it actually matters. However, I will say this, it's because of COVID and the fact that many top sprinters have not been able to train properly, especially those outside of the US. I will say this. You see, all the medals in the track events for the sprints are literally up for grabs. For if this is if the Olympics is held, right? All the medals from 1 to 4 or even the relays are up for grabs. Anybody can win it. That's how I see it, because it won't be a level playing field, right?
I don't
Even
agree with the part where you say I am sure most of the Jamaican what you call top sprinters, they have been training just like there was no COVID. So I don't agree with the part that they say it's not a level playing field. Trust me, they have been
well,
doing the
have
necessary
they been
work.
having competitive races?
No, but they are just as prepared as she. So I can't see where you say it's
What?
not
Hold on.
level
What?
playing.
Chris,
What
Chris,
do?
Level.
What?
is a big point. Is a big point. Shakes us draw final because
Chris,
if
No, it's a
if
what do
level
we?
playing. Why it's a
Chris,
level
what do we
playing field?
use? What do we
Everybody not
use
going to
to
be really sharp.
determine the readiness of an athlete?
I'm saying everybody not going to be real sharp, so no one has one advantage over the other.
But the
It's not like
Americans running
he's
more than
going
the
to.
Jamaicans.
No, the big athletes in Jamaica getting their meets and they're going to go. Shelly going to go to meets, Ilian going to go to meets. So I can't see where the big disparity is. And the
All right,
other
you will see it when the time
American
comes.
sprinters go to their meets. That's what I'm saying.
let me ask you a question though, Chris. Elaine opened her season the other day, right? You know that
Yeah,
it was
just like
actually. Do
Shakars.
you know that
That's
it
what
was
I'm
actually
saying.
one of her fastest season openers? If memory serves me correct, I believe it was her fastest 200-meter season opener ever.
So there you go again. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying it's a level playing field. Everybody is getting to train like they can. And all I'm saying, Levan, is the American Richardson just opened her season. Ilian just opened her season. The top athletes, it's going to be a level playing field with top athletes because what happened is they're going to get their meets. It's not like some athlete just trying to break in onto the scene. Elaine going to get her meets. Her coach is going to make
Alright.
sure to
So
get her
so
meets.
Chicks.
That's all I'm saying.
Chris is arguing on the basis that he doesn't think that Richardson will
No,
probably trouble the top two in
it
terms of
won't trouble
Shelley and
because
Ilian.
no, it won't trouble it, and it won't trouble the Americans because the other Americans that she's going to compete with, in I see them run also, so it doesn't trouble her rivals. That's what I'm saying. So I don't think it's a level playing field. So she has no excuse. That's all I'm saying. She has no excuse not to run so fast in April and don't come and repeat something or even faster when it counts, like what Sheikh said. That's all I'm doing. Ruling out any excuse. She don't have any excuse.
Well,
Alright.
I personally don't want anybody to think that I believe that Richardson will win the Olympic gold medal. So let me put out that
But you say it's
disclaimer.
likely.
Huh?
It's
But you're
No,
saying
likely.
I
that
never I
no
never
no no
said that.
no, you're saying that all medals are up for grabs. You're not saying
Up
that
for
she will
grabs.
win or not, but
But it's a possibility.
yeah, that's what I'm getting at, man. Is that there's a
Oh yeah, but
possibility
me
that
no
she
want you
can
say
win.
it's likely, man. Because you
All right,
know
all
how
right, all
these
right.
guys
Let
are.
me rephrase the word.
Exactly. Because you see, if she don't
There's a
win, you're gonna hear
probability.
that Shakes was bringing Richards.
Where's that? Just like they say,
Levon
you
asked
gonna
me a
bring Everton to win
question.
the title, eh?
I answered the question. That's
Where's the
it.
shakes?
That
Where's the shakes? Just like what they say Everton will win the league, eh?
exactly when I never said that, because you say choice of words and Jamaicans don't really know how to listen very well. So
Yeah.
they twist
I don't
things.
think Shakes even I hear your reasons, athletics. I don't think
All
you
right,
think that.
all
No.
right. There's a probability and a possibility one Shakari Richardson might not win the Olympic gold medal. That's it.
She has a good chance. She has a good
All right,
chance.
man.
Just
Can't
say
rule
it
her out,
like that.
man.
She has a good chance.
Can't, can't rule her out, man, because she's a genuine challenger at this
Yeah.
point in time, man. We can't go around that. Because if you're
No.
opening the
Listen,
season with a 10.72, that's no mean feat in a boss. That's a opening the season with your
Levon,
personal best.
you see these times are unprecedented times, right? So look out for an unprecedented winner at the Olympics if it's
All
held.
right, so producer, where's the
Is
producer?
all I'm saying is Levon, Gatlin didn't lose for 2 years when Usain Bolt beat him. He was running 10-8 like it was normal for him. That's all I'm going to say to you. He didn't lose
All
for
right,
two
so
years up until an unfit Usain Bolt beat him. So
all
championships
right, so
just
Chris.
different.
All right, so
Championships
Chris,
are different.
the producer agrees with you. The producer said that Shaka Richardson will not beat Ilian or Shelley.
I didn't say that. Oh, they said the producer agree with me. I did I say that. Oh, the
You
producer.
see, Chris, them people draw you out.
Me never say that. She's the
Yo,
favorite at the moment, you know. She's the favorite at
you
the
should have been
moment.
on the last two live, man, because just when it come on to play it safe, boss. I tell you, man. You see this Chris
Shakes,
played
would
safe as.
Shakes, would you
Go
agree
ahead.
that she's the favorite at the moment?
Who?
Because that's how Chuck and feel it. She's the favorite. That don't mean
Who?
she will win. She's the favorite.
Richardson?
Yeah.
Yeah, based on time, yes.
Because how she start her season.
That's a fair assessment.
Yeah.
But then if you ask part B to the question now, but who do you think will win the race? Not many persons going to say Richardson.
Thing.
Because
All right,
for me, Shelley starts as the ideal gold medalist for me, right? Even Thompson have to come and redeem herself because Thompson has done absolutely nothing since winning that double Olympic
But
gold medal.
she's the Olympic champion.
Yeah.
that's the word, man. But on that note, we have come to the closure of the live, and this was a big show, man. Big show. We touched on a lot of topics where, to be honest, Chris was caught out in the wind, man. It seems like Chris was in the time of dark ages.
Next year
Big
you're
back.
going to, next year you're going to come back to me because
Chris.
everyone get caught in a little one season one
Chris.
that Luke Shaw and I tell me say Luke Shaw. Andrew Robertson have played the last 3 seasons as the best left back and you want to come and tell me that Luke Shaw have one season so he's the best? No, that's not how it go.
Andrew Robertson wasn't even the best left back last year. That was actually Alphonso Davis. But let's move on.
Chris, you need to move on from Big Back TV. Although, big up the people with the Big Back TV because them work still in the but you need to move on and step up to the flat screen. You see me, but want to say thank you to all our viewers. We had like 40 viewers at one point. Easily over 200 comments, and it's wonderful to have Mr. Controversial, yet speaks a lot of. He articulates himself as well, man. He speaks some valid points at times, even though, as I said, every now and then he gets in some garbage. That's Mr. Shakes himself, and I'm sure that Sherwin is one of the most happiest viewers because Sherwin is one of Shakes' biggest fan, you know.
Big up
And
Sherwin.
it's sad that Shakes had a fan. Crystal is not on the viewership tonight, but as Shake said, big up Crystal wherever she's there.
So Crystal never create a new profile.
I don't know. But Chris, thanks for being here once again. You're at a football game, but you made sure that you made yourself available. You're on the show. And hopefully I will have you guys back for Friday once again. Until next time. No, what kind of next time I'm not talk about? A joke, man. We got the producer, man. That the producer made this possible. The producer link everybody to make sure say yes, them tune into it. If it is not the producer, the show can't go on. He's the one that lets a lot of people tune in because sometimes some people don't get the notification, so he has to be tagging all those people. Producer, thank you once again, even though I know that it's not the best of time for you, but
Yeah, he's still crying over Billingham. Why is he still crying?
Yeah, man, he's still crying over it because he wanted City to go home, but it's one of those things. But guys, thanks to all of yours. Thanks to everyone who makes the show possible. And producer, you have something to say?
Yeah, he has something. He has to answer Billingham. He can't afford not to answer.
Billingham is the best young player under 18.
Yeah, he's a good young
Future star.
good young
All right, guys. So on that note, we end the live. Until next time, peace out, which will be Friday.